or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers tuning in to INCRadio, Orange County, California. I'm one of your hosts, Regine Katolig, and I also have my co-host here with me.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Ashley Mariano from the local congregation of Anaheim here in the district of Orange County, California. And we're very excited and a little hungry for today's broadcast.
Yes. So this whole month of May, the theme of our broadcast is all about entrepreneurs, people who have their own business. And today we have a very exciting guest who will be sharing her business with us, and we will be able to sample it later. So you will see. So stay tuned for that. So that's part of our rundown. We have our main discussion on CARLA'S Charcuterie Creations, and we have an on-air activity and reading everyone's comments and shout outs. And we actually have our special guest here with us.
Woo! Hello.
You could just introduce yourself.
My name is Carla Lansing, and I'm from the local congregation of San Gabriel Valley. And thank you so much for featuring me today. I'm really excited to share my talents as well as for you guys to try it.
We are very excited to have you on here, Carla. So for everyone who's tuning in, can you just let us know, what is your business?
Yes, so my business is called CARLA'S Charcuterie Creations, where I feature assortments of cheeses and meats assembled either on a board or something that's unconventional, maybe like a cup, or what we're going to see today, a tea set.
Oh, that's so exciting, especially because we might have viewers and listeners from other parts of the world that don't normally do, or maybe they don't call it a charcuterie board or charcuterie cup. So like I'm sure maybe in other cultures they might have assortments of things, but like you said, meats and cheeses and I think fruit.
So here in America, charcuterie is defined as an assortment of like fruits, cheeses, meats, and even some nuts, some chocolates. That's here in America. But I know that in different parts of the countries, maybe charcuterie is just as defined an assortment of meats, which actually is the real definition of it.
Ooh.
But of course, as we evolve with food, we like to incorporate different types of ingredients. So I guess today I'm just going to show you guys the American version of charcuterie.
Yes,
So
and I hope some of our viewers and listeners don't just think that Carla is talking about you're going to have chicken and beef and pork on a plate, right? Because like it's not just me, but we'll get into the visuals later on. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I was about to ask you what is charcuterie, but you already explained it.
Yes.
You already answered my question that I was
I get that question all the time. So I'm glad for our viewers today, you're able to know, like, I guess the different definitions of what charcuterie is.
Now, how do you, because I mean, we assortment of meats, cheeses, fruit, chocolate with meat, like, how do you put those together? How do you maybe assemble those or figure out what your game plan is for a board?
So what really helps is I really look to other content creators, or I look to YouTube videos, or even there's this app called Pinterest where it shows you a lot of different, I guess, ways that you can assemble a board, or even types of cheese and meat pairings. What also helps is that sometimes when you go to the grocery store, they already have some of the meats and cheeses paired along with it. And it's a really nice sample to be able to try it. But honestly, I feel like to really know, I guess, the pairings that you really like, because everyone has their different kinds of pairings that they enjoy, you would just have to try it. You would just have to go to the store, see what you feel like would look nice or would look best, and just put it all together and see if you like it or not. So that's actually how I started out. So I think a lot of people started out their businesses or their hobbies during COVID time.
Yes.
So that is when I started doing it. And I've had a lot of like just at home, like dinners or even lunches with my parents. So they asked me if like I could make something. So I was like, oh, maybe I could try out charcuterie, because I've always seen it online, but I've never assembled one myself. So I remember making my very first board and just really thinking how hard I wanted to, like, I guess, make it look aesthetic. And then when we finally tried it, I was like, wow, this is so delicious.
This is
And
me.
yeah, and because it was so good, I was like,
Yeah.
I need to do more. Like I need to get all these other things so I can see what else would work.
That's so
So
cool.
So it started at home, right? Your
mhm.
parents saying, do something, and you said, let me see if I can make this charcuterie board. So how did it grow into a business? How did that happen?
Okay, so I introduced it to my parents first. And you know how parents are, they become super proud of what their children are doing. So
Yeah.
they would take pictures and then they would show it to their coworkers or
friends.
even some mutual friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And because I guess their friends liked it so much, they started asking my parents, oh, like, do you think Carla could make one for me for like a
Nice.
party or
Ooh.
for maybe like a business
Mhm.
event? So that's how it kind of started at first. I was just doing little commissions here and there. And as I was doing commissions, um, yes, my charcuterie creation started to evolve. It started going more from just doing boards, and then I started doing cups, and then I started using unconventional items or objects to place the charcuterie in. Also, especially as I started getting more commissions, and I was seeing the flow of how people would come and go to, I guess, look at the board or take some from the board. I
Mhm.
saw that a lot of people take their time and looking at it, which
Yeah.
causes a
Yes.
lot of traffic. I mean, I'm glad that they're admiring my work, but it does cause a lot of traffic. And then it made me realize maybe I could do something different, maybe something better to just get people to go,
Mhm.
as well as to try the different assortments of pairings that I feel like would be best for my client or best for the
Wow.
event. So that's how it evolved to charcuterie cups. It's super amazing. Like it's just a little bit of everything. It has some meats, cheeses, one or
Yes.
two fruits, nuts, chocolates, everything that you need to try out what a charcuterie
I
I'm
know
I'm getting
here.
hungry.
I know here in the District of Orange County, California, we had several activities where we actually, I know that the district had asked
Yeah.
you to make cups. I know our Kadiwa formal, our past Kadiwa formal, our past, most recently our CFO day.
Mhm.
You represented your local to and displayed your cups, and they were so pretty, especially the way that you laid everything out. I'm sure I would be one of the people to hold back the line and be like, let me just take a
Yeah,
picture
it
really
happens
quick.
all the time. And I tell them, like it's okay to admire, but it's something that you should eat as well.
Yes,
So,
Yes.
they're very good.
And I remember at that event, I got there and it was gone.
oh,
Yes.
So
I
forget
know.
about the
Correct.
traffic. Forget about the traffic. I couldn't even try it.
There were so many cups. So I know
Next time.
some brethren took more
Next
than
time.
one.
Oh yeah,
Next time we need
they
to
were
date.
samplers. I remembered that event. They asked me if I could do it, and I said, well, again, it's just something that I want people to grab and go or just to try, because maybe there's some people that never tried it. So I made them into little like soft cups, little samplers. So again, just a little bit of everything.
So and like you're at our CFO day was styled like a big outdoor picnic. So
Mhm.
you would want somewhere where you could still walk around, mingle, and
Mhm,
still
mhm.
hold the cup and
Yeah,
snack and eat as you go. It was so innovative. It was so good.
And
thank
I
you.
like how, what you mentioned, there's different pairings, right? So anyone who's tuning in who's never tried a charcuterie board, I think this is your time to experiment with the different foods like that you had mentioned. And
Mhm.
because you'll never know, when you automatically think fruit and cheese, but then when you eat it, you're like, wow, it's
Or fruit
so
and
good.
meat.
Yeah, fruit and meat.
Chocolate and meat.
Or fruit or cheese and crackers. But yeah, of course, but now it's more on a broader spectrum. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned you started with your parents and then they shared it with their friends or their coworkers. So that was word of mouth. So is there a
Mhm.
way that you promote or market your business?
Yes, I do. So I recently started an Instagram page titled Carla's Charcuterie Creations. And that's actually where I post all of my content. You're going to see that there's a
Nice.
bunch of pictures, a bunch of reels. So I guess to define what a reel is basically a video that plays on a loop when you're on the app, and then you can edit it, you can add music. Another thing that I like to do with my Instagram account for my content is I really like to film and take photos of everything that you do from start to finish.
Mhm.
So for those that do follow me, you do see that on my Instagram story. So yeah, you'll see me washing the fruit. You'll see me like folding the salami. You'll see me like cutting the cheese. And I've had a lot of my viewers tell me that they really enjoy watching that content because they like to see the process of how
yes.
it's being made, or even just learning how to fold it. The most asked question I'm getting right now is how to make a salami rose. I guess it's a really
Oh.
popular thing right now in the charcuterie community. Salami roses or even prosciutto ribbons. So salami and prosciuttos are dried meats.
I think that'd be nice too, especially for anyone at home who would want to make mini ones for themselves or kind of figure out how did Carla even do all of that?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, let me see if I can. So that'd be really nice because then it's kind of like a mini tutorial and you're really connecting with your consumers. So that's so nice.
I am inspired to try and create my own prosciutto rose and with some crackers and my favorite cheese is brie.
Oh, I love
I
brie.
love
Yeah.
brie.
Brie
I
is
was-
really
yeah.
good
Mhm.
with fig jam, and I really
Um,
like I like a multi-grain cracker with it. So preferably, I don't like pear
if you can't toss this, Regine and
It's so
Regine
good.
and I and Carla, I think haven't had breakfast.
Oh no, I
this
have
morning.
not.
We
So
will
we'll be
later.
having meats and fruits and cheese for breakfast, along with all of our crew members that are behind the scenes.
Yes. So I'm sure you have inspired others, to even think about, what are they passionate about? What is something that they like and, trying it out and, potentially having their own business. So what keeps you motivated to do what you're doing with Carla's Charcuterie Creations?
I think what really keeps me motivated is, always reminding yourself to always love your craft and to always love what you're doing. Because sometimes it can get difficult to a point where you're like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Mhm.
But if you like remind yourself that this is like what I love to do, that's one of the ways that keeps me going. As well as just having like a really good support system. Like I do have like a family that really supports this craft of mine and my business, as well as a lot of like our church friends and my coworkers as well. So it is really nice, I guess, for me to hear a lot of words of affirmation that
Aw.
my craft is being appreciated and that they really enjoy my content. And a lot of, I guess, content creators can agree with that, just seeing the comments or verbally hearing someone telling you, wow, like, I really love what you do. Keep doing it is
Mhm.
really motivating.
Yeah.
So thank you to those that follow me or those that will follow me right now.
Go
Yay!
follow,
you.
go follow Carla.
Yes, on Instagram. Yes.
Especially if it's something you love, and you would never want a business to ruin something that you do love doing. So hearing all of the love coming from everyone who's tried out, or even just seen,
Mhm.
which we wish we tried it at the picnic.
I have tried it though in the past. I have tried
yes,
it. It's
no,
very
we
good.
have, we have. Yeah, like hearing those motivating, loving, supportive words from everyone. I'm sure it just keeps you going.
Yeah. So now now a total different change of question would be, so you've received all this love and support. Have you experienced any challenges or, maybe a client or customer who, was kind of hard to work with or, like have you experienced that and how did you deal with it?
So luckily, I've been very fortunate to not have received any clients that has given me something that's very challenging. But I do want to say what makes it difficult in having a business is your other circles of life. So for myself, like I'm a full-time student, I'm full-time working as well. And the church has many different projects and activities that we have, and I'm very involved with those projects and activities. So a lot of that takes up of my time. So then when I have to do an order, I have to really be precise and time manage on when I can get these ingredients, when I can assemble them. And so, yeah, a lot of my ingredients, like I always get them the day or two before because I want it to be as fresh as possible. And I
Makes
do
sense.
not open the packages of my ingredients until the day of or the night before. And so that's also like another thing that is challenging because again, like just making it by yourself can be a bit challenging. For myself, anything more than like 100, it takes up a couple hours
Yeah.
to make for sure.
And you're the only one who does it. Nobody else helps you.
So I've had help here and there.
Okay.
I've been very fortunate to have some friends reach out to me and ask me like, "Oh, do you need help?" Or even my partner as well. He's always so willing to help or even create the content for me.
Aw.
But in those moments when I don't have help and it's just me, it can get very difficult. But then again, it's like I really need to put myself in the mindset that this is my craft. This is what I love doing. And that's what gets me going. That's what
Yeah.
keeps me motivated.
And you know what? Your work brings joy to a lot of people. All of your
Thank you.
clients. I mean, there's traffic on the way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
getting
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
creations that you make. So
And I know
congratulations
there's
on that.
even just a lot of talk within, like you said, like our church circle, like our brethren here in the church, like the different activities and events you've been asked to do. I only hear praise. So all the
Thank you.
kudos to you, Carla.
Thank you.
Yes. So, well, that's a wrap for our main discussion. We're going to move on to our
Breakfast.
Yeah. We're going to move on to our on-air activity. But before we do that, we just want to give a shout out to our ministers who are tuning in online.
Yes.
Or Brother Andy, Nicholas and his family. Hello, thank you for tuning in, and the locals who are tuning in. I think it's Anaheim.
Woo!
I'm from Anaheim now. Montclair. Woo!
Cerritos.
Riverside. SGV.
SGV.
We're supporting Carla.
Down the list.
So follow us this way as we make some charcuterie creations from Carla's business. Let's go.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
as they go, I'm gonna go ahead and read some more of the comments that we have here. We have Brother Julian who says, well, first we have Brother Franklin Kobe Araneta from
All
Montclair
right.
saying, "Let's go to Carla." And right after that, we have Julian who says, "Tuning in with Kobe right next to me." So shout out to them. We have, but as we read more comments, we're gonna go ahead and see where Regine and Carla went. So I think they're somewhere over there.
Oh,
And we are here.
hello. This is our little, I guess, table, right, of where we're going to be making actually one of my latest creations called the charcuterie. As you see, another unconventional item, it is a teacup with a little ribbon, which I recently did for one of my orders. So I believe Sister Ashley also is going to
I'm
be
here
joining
too.
us. Yes, come.
Yay.
So
It's a lovely spread.
yes. So what I'm gonna show you guys today is how to make a charcuterie set. So as you're gonna see that we have here some cut up salami. I have 2 different cheeses, Monterey Jack and Manchego cheese. I have some green grapes,
Fancy.
some red strawberries, as well as some assortments of chocolates here and a multi-grain cracker. And then we do have little garnishes. I do have a golden sakura spoon for you guys, as well as a yellow flower to place inside the cup.
Ooh.
Yes. So before
I'm so excited.
I make anything, I always make sure that I wash my hands, I dry it, and I always use gloves.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're just gonna put on some gloves. This might take a while.
There's so much, Carla, that you brought, and if for our viewers who are tuning in, if you can see, Carla actually made some samples beforehand, some sets beforehand.
Yes.
I'm very glad because then I have a reference.
Yes.
So the size that she's referencing, for those that are listening, are my little to-go charcuterie boxes. But we'll just go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this plate right here. So we're gonna start off with this Monterey Jack cheese, which I will go ahead and hand to you guys. You'll just place them in the bottom of your teacups. So Monterey Jack is a semi-hard cheese with a mild to sweet flavor. So you're just gonna go ahead and put that in the bottom of your cup as
so
like
fun.
kind of like
Can
a
you
base.
see our cups?
These. Oh yes, these
With
are
the
cups.
plates?
Yes.
With
So
matching
pretty.
bows?
I think it matches me too.
It's a cute color.
Greetings to Caitlin because her favorite color is purple. So
Yes.
Okie
And we would
dokie.
like to also greet the district minister and his wife from the district of Northeast
Northeast.
California.
Woo, thank you for
Thanks for
tuning
tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll just go ahead and move forward to the next step. So this is what I said, that manchego cheese, another semi-hard cheese. A lot of people say that it's a nutty to fruity, almost buttery taste, depending on how long it has been aged. It can go from white to yellow. So as you could see, it's kind of like in the middle, like a
You are-
whitish yellow.
you see the cheese?
Oh, here you go.
Influencer.
So,
Oh, it smells so good.
so
It
the
does
way
smell very buttery.
the way I would place it is I would just put it behind the cup, just like this,
It's like rabbit ears.
just like that.
Okay. Oh, I did
Okay,
it.
there you go. Okay,
Mine doesn't want to stay.
so I'm gonna flip my cup so that I could see it. But okay, so what's next is that I usually like to put fruits. So we're just gonna go ahead and put a strawberry right in the corner of where you see the handle is.
Where the handle is.
Yes. So
Okay.
just like this for our
Very
viewers.
cute.
Okay.
I like how the
Yay.
first cheese acted as a way to prop things up higher.
Yeah, so that's why I like to put stuff in the bottom so it
Wow.
Makes
seems
sense.
elevated.
Elevate, you could see it.
Yeah, and it's a nice little
Wow.
treat. Like once you eat all the stuff in the top, you're like, oh my god, there's more.
There's-
So I get
I
that
love
all the
that.
time.
There's more.
All
I
the
love
time.
that, especially when it comes to food.
Okay, so this is where it can get a bit challenging. So we are going to be using grapes now. So the thing with grapes, and you leave them on the stem, is that sometimes they're like hair; they'll just go everywhere, or they're roll, or all that stuff. So we're going to kind of, we're just going to cut them up into pieces. I'm going to do that for you guys, and you're just going to kind of manipulate it into the cup to where it'll kind of prop up. So this is my little cutting right here.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to put it here so that you can kind of see what I mean. So yeah, see, you already see that some grapes are kind of falling
Okay.
like that. I don't know if you guys can see my cup.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
that.
that one.
Oh, right here, right here.
Cute.
So they're going to fall, they're going to roll. That's okay. That's just a part of the process, okay?
Okay.
I
So-
wish in the future we have technology where you can smell it because the cheese smells really
Oh,
good.
you smell it, right? Yeah, the
It's-
manchego
it
cheese
smells
is,
delicious.
here you go.
Thank you.
Oopsie. Yep, they will fall, they will roll, but it's okay. It's a part of the process. And what's really nice about grapes is that when there is like those open,
Thank you.
empty spaces, you could just like pluck one and just place it where that empty space is. So if you see an empty space, go ahead and feel free to grab some more grapes here. Yeah. You're going to see they're gonna roll, they're gonna fall. It's okay.
Cute-ish.
Yay.
Mine doesn't look as great as Carla's,
Oh.
but
I
we're
like
getting there.
it. It's pretty.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Are you guys ready for the
I'm ready.
next step?
Let's do it.
Okay, so
yes.
this is the next step, okay? So earlier I mentioned to all of you that I've been getting the question of how to make a salami rose. So I'm going to show you one variation of how to make a salami rose, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to demonstrate first. So you're going to be using about 8 pieces of salami.
Wow.
The more salami you use, the more full it looks.
Okay.
So you're just going to grab it and fold it hot dog style. And you're going to grab another one and you're going to tuck it like this.
You're
And then-
overlapping it.
Yeah, overlapping like that. And you're going to
Okay.
do that until you have about 8.
Okay.
Would you guys like to try?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna grab a stack so that
Yes.
so that Regine can get some.
Thank you.
Okay. So you're just going to keep folding until you get 8. So if you actually smell the salami for a little bit, there's a hint of honey and some sweetness to it, which is what I like to introduce to people that maybe have not tried charcuterie yet, because it's a really easy meat to introduce.
I'm so
I love
I'm
it.
trying so hard not to.
Look,
I'm trying hard not to take a bite.
it's like. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You will lose count. I promise you. It's, So it's gonna look something like this.
Oh, these are mine.
Cool, cool, cool.
It
Cool,
should
cool.
be to the length of your hand, roughly. Would you like to
We're
use a
getting
plate?
there. We're getting
Here you go. You could use a plate. So sometimes, again, like
extra.
the more salami you use, right, the more fuller. So if it doesn't fit in your hand like this, you can just easily use a plate to roll it.
Okay.
Okay, so
Got
I'm gonna
it.
show you guys the next step. Okay, so once you
Okay.
fold it, make sure it's all really nice and tucked in,
Okay.
and you are going to start rolling like this.
Wow.
Start rolling.
I've only seen tricks where they use a cup. So this is really interesting
Yeah.
to just use my hand.
And this is the rose.
Wow!
This
Look
is
at
the
my
rose.
rose.
There.
It looks so good. I want to
I'm
eat
glad you guys
it.
like it. So now what you're
It's
gonna
pretty.
do is you're going to tuck it in that little pocket.
Okay.
This is the most delicious rose.
Kaylin, I made you breakfast.
There you go. So now it kind of looks like this.
What?
Wow. Look at my
Okay,
teacup.
okay.
Oh,
Clink.
cheers.
I know.
Ding.
Ding.
Okay. I know that we're running a bit low on time. So what I'm going to do now is we are going to put a flower now in our cup. So here a flower for you, madame.
I like flowers.
And a flower for you as well,
Thank
madame.
you.
And you kind of just put it in where you feel like it would look nice. So I would, for myself, I'm going to tuck it in here.
I just put it in the middle.
That's where I would tuck it in.
The flower made all the difference.
Mhm.
First of all, it hides all my mistakes.
So now what we're going to be doing is, I think I'll just go ahead and give you guys a honey stick as well. So just for reference, I'm going to tuck it behind just like that.
Wow, these are so
A honey
good.
stick,
Thank
yes.
you.
These are so good.
And I did bring again an assortment of sweets. So you get to choose. I have some Neapolitan chocolates here.
no, they make
Girl
those.
Scout cookies called Samoas, which is like a coconut milk chocolate, and
Yes.
chocolate covered pretzels.
1, 2, 3.
I want to do the same. Oh, sorry, Carl. I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay, no worries. So then you can place them in the cup. So I'm gonna place mine in the cup. You could place it beside the cup, kind of like a little tea set.
No, actually, I think I'm gonna copy them.
Yeah, I put it on the
The
plate. I think
creator.
my cup is full.
And then I'm just also gonna be placing some crackers there too. Would you
This
guys
is
like
so
some
nice.
crackers?
When you
Yes.
Charcuterie. I thought we were literally gonna make it on the plate and then
Oh.
have tea, but this is much better. This food.
I mean, we could also have tea.
Yes.
And we can go ahead and just remove those gloves. And the very last thing, because I know that we do have to go, is I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys your golden spoon as a part
It's
of your
so
tea set.
pretty. I don't know if we can zoom in on the flower, but like,
Yes.
yes.
So this is
It's so
what
pretty.
your cup should look like. Charcuterie.
Wow.
Look at so pretty
It's very cute. It's very cute.
and delicious.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Carla,
No
for
Thank
showing
you,
us
Carla.
problem.
This is so pretty. You inspired me. I'm gonna make this for my parents now and my sister. Alrighty, so I'm so sad to say that wraps up our on-air activity and pretty much our broadcast for today. We would just like to really quickly, one activity that we have in our district that it's actually going to be tomorrow. We have our Amplify and musical presentation in Pomona, California. So we hope to see everyone in our district joining us there.
Yes, we also have some special thanks that we want to give before we close out our broadcast. We'd like to give a thank you to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo B. Manalo, our CFO Coordinator and Subsea CEO, Brother Angelo Aranio B. Manalo, our District Minister here in the District of Orange County, California, Brother Hansel F. De Dios, our District CFO Overseer here in the District of Orange County, California, Brother Andy Nicolas, and our Executive Producer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya. Thank you all for tuning in this morning with us here. We're going to turn it over to San Diego, but happy charcuterie making.
Yay! Woo! Thanks for tuning in.